So I'm thinking again. I just want to kind of talk very fast about my thoughts, but not fast, but kind of, mediocre pace. So what I'm thinking about has to deal with your digestion. What are you feeding yourself? And I'm not just talking about physical food, but I'm talking about mental food, brain food, the things that you are putting into your thought process, or things that you're putting inside your body. Whether it be physical, whether it be mental, whether it be spiritual, whether it be emotional, whether it be all of those things, all of those pie pieces on the wellness wheel. What are you feeding yourself? When I think about things of digestion and why it's so important to eat the right things, is because you look at the results of good food. Like today, for example, I've been eating like these refined carbohydrates, like pizza and like wheat and all this kind of stuff. But my body responded to something different. When I put oats in there, something of like nutritious value, like bloating's gone, my skin looks better, like a whole bunch of other things happen. I'll have better energy. It just feeds the actual mechanism that makes you function or helps you function when you have the right thing that you ingest. I believe the same thing can be said for your brain and for your mental and for your spiritual. I think when you eat on the right stuff, your function is way better. We function at our best. We function at a high level. Like, look at athletes, athletes that go in there and eating fried chicken. Like, for example, sorry, Zion, but like, bro, when you was like 45 pounds heavier, bro, you was struggling, man. You couldn't stay healthy. You had injuries. Now you're back jumping at the gym, 25 pounds lighter. And I think that it has to do with what you put in your body and the things that you ingest. So you want to ingest the right things. You want to put in the right things. You want to have the right people to ingest inside of your mind, inside your body, inside your will and emotions, right? You know who those people are, and if you don't, you should seek counsel on who those people are for you in your life. I think that in this time, it's important that relationships and what you expose yourself to have to be filtered in some way. And if you filter those in a specific way, and you know exactly who it is and what you want, ultimately you'll feed yourself the right way. Being mindful of the people around you, being mindful of what you put in, being mindful of all of those things is so very important, especially in today's society. I think we have so much abundance. We want to try to consume everything. I think with the information boom, having information readily available instantly at your fingertips, even AI giving you more insight on concepts that you may not have known, having that readily available in a matter of seconds makes us consumers of a lot of things all at one time, but we don't have filtrations anymore to discern what is best for us. Because some information is just bad. You ever had bad consumptions? Bad information, bad things that just swarm your mind, swarm your heart, swarm your being. You've had influencers lead you astray with toxicity. You look at movies that have an antagonist as a hero. You look at things like that where you subliminally agree with things that go against your morality and your ethics. For example, think about it. We loved what was that movie with George Clooney? Where they did all the stealing. We glorified thieves in this movie. Even if you look at Den of Thieves, you glorify theft, you glorify stealing. We have to really pay attention to what we ingest. I'm not saying you're gonna go out and rob a bank, but you just questioned your morality in that moment, right? You sat and you're like, oh man, it's a dope movie, I like it. I agree with, oh wait, hold on, but they're stealing. That's the same way that you can ingest bad food. It's like having a carbohydrate. Like, what's a better carb? Is it like you can eat oats, like steel cut oats, which is the bomb, or you could have like processed Swiss cake rolls. There's still carbs. One just has a lot of fat and sugar involved in it too. There's extra additives that you are ingesting, like wheat flour versus regular flour versus like grown wheat that you actually press down into flour. It's totally different texture, different taste, but produces better outcomes in your body. It's also more costly. Anything that's broken down and processed doesn't cost you as much because it's filtered for you, not by you. I'm gonna say that again. Processed things are filtered for you, not by you. In order to make your process beautiful, you need to do the filtering. You have to learn to filter those things for yourself. Don't allow anybody else filtering anything else for you. In order to do that, you have to know exactly what it is that you want in your environment. You have to know exactly what it is that you want in your process. You got to know exactly what it is. And how do you know exactly what it is? There is life experiences through that, but wisdom ultimately will teach you. You need wisdom. That's gained knowledge, information you take in through the experiences that you have. That's wisdom. When you have that wisdom, now that process becomes beautiful for you and shorter. I think what makes people who are older wiser is the fact that they've learned how to shorten that learning curve, or shorten their the zone of development. And when you can, some of us can't, but some of us can. And those who can, they know exactly what's for them and what's not. You know, they don't give in to peer pressure or socialization or norms or things like that. They just know, this is who I am. This is what I stand on. I stand on business. Or I stand on Jesus. Or I stand on the foundation of God. Or I stand on the kingdom and the principles of God. Or I stand on whatever morality that I have, or ethics that I believe in, or whatever belief system that I have. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's your personal choice. You have the ability to decide what it is that you want to do. So I think when we make up our mind and we decide, we make that decision, that's when our process becomes beautiful to us, and we actually realize, hey, I can do this. I can keep going. I can keep like pushing towards whatever it is that I want to accomplish right now. Now I say right now because, you know, you get caught up in plans and future plans and let's do this, that, and the other, but you forget step 1 all the time. Everyone like wants to get to step 10, but they don't do step 1 through 5. You want to skip 6 through 7 and go straight to 10. And you miss out on that. You miss out on things. It's like putting together a dresser drawer, right? And you don't read the instructions. You go off of just your own simple knowledge, right? You just go off of it, and you put this dresser drawer together, only to put it in backwards. And now when you put the drawers back into the dresser, they don't fit. Like, oh. So now you've done all this work when you could have saved your time by reading the instructions. That's a lesson that we have to learn, is to take the time to get the wisdom, learn the information, take the steps necessary through the process. There's things you can't bypass. Like if I want to be a doctor, I gotta take the MCATs. I can't like not take the MCATs and then take that entry level exam. That's a requirement. You can't backdoor medical practice, especially if you want to be a doctor. Now, a medical doctor, I should say. PhD is a little different. So, remember, whatever your goals are, whatever it is that you have in mind, it depends on what it is that you ingest. Be careful about what you put in your body, what you put in your heart, what you put in your mind, what you put in your spirit, what you put in your soul, who you connect yourself with. Be careful. Be mindful, not careful. Be mindful of it. Take a second. Really try to evaluate. Do your homework. Interview. Ask questions. Try to engage the person. I'm talking in relationships. But also try to engage yourself if you have to make a decision. Pause. Make an informed decision. Don't just make decisions just because for the sake of making a decision. Don't let anybody rush you either. I think we are in this instant gratification of information society that we live in. We can get answers now. So the expectation is to have an answer now. But no. Do not let anybody rush you. They can't rush you into making a decision. And anybody that tries to rush you into making a decision, you have to question them. And why do they need to know it so quickly? Why do you need to know so fast? I haven't even had time to process this yet. Give me a second. Allow me to filter it myself. You're rushing me because you've already filtered the question for me. And at that time, it was never my decision anyway. You've manipulated the decision to be in your favor. And that's a whole nother topic. So, I'm not saying take years. I'm just saying pause. Think about it. Allow you to filter what it is, that idea or something that somebody has given to you. Give yourself time to think about it. Don't agree just to agree. Agree because you truly believe that is true. Because once you believe that it is true, the response outwardly will match the intention inwardly. And I believe that we ultimately have to come to those conclusions for ourselves. That's maturity. That's growth. And remember the process. It's beautiful. So again, my name is Michael. Make real change. Make change real. The process is beautiful. Empower your mentality. Make real change in the world. Peace out.